I don't see it. Equals 35. Just like that, right? So now that we know that the first number is equal to 35, how much should be on top of or underneath, however you write it, of each individual one? How much is each one of them worth? Welcome to our home away from home. Yes, this is our lovely classroom where your students will learn math and engage and be excited. In the classroom, you'll find areas where the student can relax instead of having to sit at these hard tables and chairs. I like to set the tone and the ambiance just so it can be a comfortable place. If your student is absent at any time, make sure they check the folder just in case they have any missing work. There's another location where students can kind of sit and just change up the scenery as opposed to sitting at the tables. We are doing the house system. We have the House of Morals, House of Ambition, House of Truth, and House of Honor. Your students will be responsible for writing down their homework in their agenda that was already given to them. Also, the snapshot will be posted on the board. Just an opportunity for students to be prepared and ready to go. Hello, everyone. I am Miss McKay, your student's math teacher. This year, I look forward to implementing some exciting activities and learning experiences for your child. The only thing that I ask for is that you and I work together to support your child in their needs. There's only one of me, but there's many of you. So if I'm falling short or I missed the ball somewhere, please charge it to my head and not my heart. I ask that if you have any concerns or anything along those lines, that you guys reach out to me so that I could help and support at all times. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from New York. I've been here for some years now, so some might say I am from Virginia, but I'm really not. I'm from New York. I have been teaching. This is my 9th year in the field of education. I absolutely love and enjoy teaching and finding innovative ways to meet the needs of your child. Though every year is different, I look forward to finding new activities to, engage students all around. For this class, everyone was given a syllabus, so hopefully your student handed it to you so that you could have signed it and returned it just to make sure that you read it. This class is going to be different than your normal class. It will be a flipped classroom. So what that means is that your child will be responsible for going home to watch the videos at home and then come back into class the next day and we'll do activities. Whereas before, they would get the lesson in class and then they would come home and sometimes struggle with math. And I know the way math is going nowadays, it is completely different than what we learned when we were younger. So to alleviate the confusion on you and your student, go home, watch the video for the lesson of the day, and then come back the next day and they will get an opportunity to go over some practice things, have more time to practice within the class with me so I can see where they're struggling. I really ask that you guys help with making sure that your student has actually watched the video at home so that they won't be lost. Even if your student is absent or missing for that day, they do have an opportunity to go ahead and watch the video that night. The videos will be posted on Google Classroom. It'll have the date, the current date. So like, for example, if today is the 21st, then it would say module 1, lesson, whatever we're on, and then the date, 9/12. And I've given each student an agenda. This year, the school was not providing agendas, so I went ahead and I found one and I printed it off for all students, and they'll have one every month. It should be in the front of their binder. For this class, I've really asked that every student has a binder and not a notebook because I'm handing out papers and I want to keep the papers all together. So I ask that every student has a binder and not a notebook. This year, I am planning to implement the house system. The house system will just kind of help each other like be motivated in learning and gain points, where at the end of let's say the marking period, if your house wins, then you guys may get a prize or something along those lines. I am really, really big on accountability and responsibility for, the children. I do think that in order for students to be held to a high expectation and for them to meet that high expectation, that they do have to put forth the effort. I do know that math is an area in where students struggle, so my expectation is that we try. And if the students are trying, I can definitely go ahead and support and make sure that they're getting what they need. But when the student does not try, it's much harder for me to figure out, where they're falling short or things of that sort. If your student so happens to be confused about something, please encourage them to ask questions while they're in class. Also, if they're watching the videos at home, they should be taking notes. So when you're watching the video at home, you should have your Chromebook up. Then you would have your student workbook out, as well as your notebook, so that you can write down things that will help throughout. And if they have a question and they get stuck somewhere, simply write that question down in their student workbook, and then the next day that they return, Miss McKay, can you please help me with this question? I didn't quite understand it. I think that's really pretty much it. I do have and set a high expectation for students. Yes, they are in the 6th grade, but they're holding more responsibility the higher you go up. So the higher you go up, the more you're required to do. So I do encourage that students make sure that they have all of their materials. Each student should have a pair of headphones, just in case they didn't watch their video at home and they will watch the video in class. Each student should have a binder. They should bring their Chromebook charged and ready to go for the day, and come in prepared and enthusiastic about learning. I am here if the child needs any if they have an issue, please, have your child feel free to come to me to express something and a concern, and we can go ahead and, correct those things that need to be corrected if need be, whether that's on my end or whether that's on, their end, as far as the issues that they're having with peers and things of that sort. I try to make this environment, the classroom, a homey environment, a nice, calm, comfortable environment where everyone feels free to learn and ready to engage. I do want your child to come in not scared because it's math class, but motivated to learn and be engaged and want to try to get an understanding on the things that they don't understand. Again, I am Miss McKay. I am your child's 6th grade math teacher for the year. If you have any concerns, just make sure that you reach out to me via email, and my email is jmckay@rvaschools.net, or you can call the school and leave a message, and I'll definitely get back to you. I'm sorry that I was not here to meet all of you, but I do look forward to having those opportunities to meet in person, and even have maybe phone call conversations, just to make sure that we're meeting the needs of your child and that we're working together to ensure that your child is successful throughout the year. You guys have a great evening. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you. Here's the syllabus, just in case you did not get a chance to see it from your student.